My name's Kelsay Irby. I am a emergency room nurse. I work at St. Michael's Medical Center in Silverdale, Washington. So in early October of 2022, my hospital was hit with a ransomware attack that took down all of our ability to track our patients in our department. Our systems were down. We weren't able to communicate with our lab techs, with our providers. Everything was just moving very slowly. It was difficult to keep track of patients and their results, and everything had kind of ground to a halt at that point. The most concerning aspect, I think, was just not being able to see what was happening with patients. So right from the beginning, me as the charge nurse, I can't see their vitals because now all of this stuff is written down on paper. So I can't see their vitals. I can't see their triage number. So normally I can look at their labs, their history, et cetera, but I couldn't see anything else. So several patients that were coming in with chest pain. So what does that mean? Is that a heart attack? Is that they got hit in the chest with a baseball? Or they, did they pull a muscle? I don't know. I can't look at anything to flush that out. So my big fear was one of those chest pain patients was actually going to be a heart attack in process. One of those respiratory patients was going to tank and need to be intubated in the lobby. One of those headache patients was going to be a stroke patient that was, that was bleeding, in their brain. And it was just kind of this perfect storm of very sick chief complaint patients, not enough help. We were like halfway into it. Everybody was super frustrated. And, I was kind of at my wit's end by that point. I think my biggest fear during the whole cyber attack was just somebody's going to suffer. A patient is going to suffer because we can't access the right information at the right time, that somebody was going to be very adversely affected because we couldn't access the technology. So this cyber attack went on for almost 2 weeks, and eventually it was resolved and the systems kind of came back up slowly. Most of my coworkers, after our systems came back up, the primary thing that they said was that they were incredibly afraid that something terrible was going to happen to a patient during that time. We always say rate things on a scale of 1 to 10. Tell me your pain on a scale of 1 to 10. If I had to rate this on a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably rate it a 9. And the only reason that I wouldn't rate it a 10 is because we didn't actually kill anybody. But the potential was there. And I know that was in the back of everybody's minds all the time. It's like, we're going to, is this going to be the patient that we kill because we can't access their electronic information? We call it a virus, and it is kind of like a virus. And we just went through a pandemic where the whole world was affected by this virus. Same thing, the whole world can be affected by a cyber attack virus as well.
My name is Maura Durante Estrada. I am a security awareness consultant at Zurich Insurance Group. Ransomware is a type of malware that infects your computer and prevents you from accessing the files in it. A ransomware attack works, we could say, in 3 stages: infection, encryption, ransom demand. Literally a ransom note where you want your files, you have to pay this much, this, and this. The cybercriminals will often use phishing emails and social engineering techniques to get the device infected. Whatever the channel or whatever is sent will try to prompt the person to take an action because it will appeal to either their sense of curiosity or urgency or fear, so it will play on the person's emotions. Some early signs that a ransomware attack might be happening or might be imminent could be unauthorized access alerts, files being encrypted and not being able to be accessed, scrambled file names or contents, computer performance issues, lockups, or system freezes altogether. If ransomware has hit an organization, paying the ransom is not recommended, not only for the potential ethical or legal implications there may be, but also because paying the ransom does not guarantee successful retrieval or recuperation of the data. The important thing is to isolate the threat to stop the ransomware from spreading further. Disconnecting systems that contain sensitive information until the threat is, fully contained. Isolating backups so that, again, they are not potentially affected by the malicious software. Everyone is at risk from ransomware, really. It's not something that just happens to healthcare. Education, governments, even individual citizens can be victims. It's everywhere, really.